Hey guys, welcome to Bake Me Happy. This week we've got a really quick and easy recipe for you. We're making a chocolate cake as requested by one of my friends, Andy. So the ingredients you're going to need today is a cup of white sugar, a third of a cup of flavourless oil, I've used rice bran oil, some vanilla extract, a third of a cup of cocoa powder, 1.5 cups of plain flour, a teaspoon of bicarb soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 1.25 cups of water, and a tablespoon of vinegar. Our first step is to sift all of the dry ingredients into a large bowl. So now we've sifted all of our dry ingredients, we're just going to add all the wet ingredients. And we're just going to mix that until it's smooth. Okay, so that's all mixed in and smooth. It is quite a runny mixture, but don't worry, that's how it's supposed to be. And we're just going to put that into our lined loaf tin. So we've got everything into the tin now, and we're going to bake that in the oven at 180 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on your oven heat and everything. I've got it in a fan forced oven at the moment. So we're going to put that in, and then we'll come back to do some icing. Okay, so while the cake's in the oven, we're going to make a quick icing for it. Now, if you were paying close attention to the ingredients that we used, you would have noticed that the cake is actually vegan. So for this icing, we're making a ganache, which is definitely not vegan. But if you are serving vegan guests or anything, you can just leave it at that cake and it'll be fine. But for now, we're going to work on our ganache. So I've got 150 grams of dark chocolate here and a small amount of cream. I haven't really measured that. We're just going to kind of eyeball it at the moment. We're going to heat the cream up in the microwave, and then we're going to break up the chocolate, put it in this bowl, and pour the hot cream over the top to make the ganache. So we've got our heated cream, and we're just going to pour that over the top of our chocolate. And we'll leave that for a couple of seconds, let it kind of melt a little bit, and then we'll start to mix it. Now you might notice that it'll be a bit hard to mix, and this is always with ganache, so if you just leave it for a while like this with the hot cream on the chocolate, and then you start to mix it, if you just continue to mix, it'll get to the smooth stage that we want. We ended up cooking the cake for about 60 to 65 minutes, and towards the last 20 minutes we turned it down to 160 just so it wouldn't burn, because it seemed like it wasn't cooking through the middle. So we've got that all cooked now and it's out to cool, and we've cooled our ganache in the fridge for a couple of minutes. It's gotten to quite a thick consistency, and now we're just going to whip that up in our electric mixer. So we're going to put it down, and we'll probably whisk it on a medium to high speed for about 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, so now we've got all of our ganache whipped up. It's come a lot lighter in colour, and I added about a splash of milk just to loosen up the mixture a little bit to make it easier for piping. So I've put my piping bag into a tall glass jar. That's going to make it easier for filling. But to start off, we've just got to cut off about 2 centimetres from the end of the bag. And then we'll put the couplet into the bag. So as a good measure, you just have to cut it off to about there on the couplet. So I'll take that back out and cut off another extra centimetre. So I've got my piping bag in a tall glass just to make it easier for filling, and I've added the couplet and a star tip with about 6 points on it. So now all we've got to do is spoon our ganache frosting into the So our cake's cooled and I cut off the top and then flipped it over so we've got a nice flat surface to work on for our icing, and I just cut off the sides because they were a little bit uneven because of the baking paper. But what we're going to do basically to start with is just add a really thin layer of this chocolate ganache, and we're going to smooth that out to make a nice top coat. So we've spread it across the top, a nice even layer, and all we're going to do is put some stars around the border. So here we've got our finished chocolate cake. Thanks very much for watching Bake Me Happy this week. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and you can go see more from me at my channel. Like and comment below, and all my social media is in the down bar. I'll see you next time.